You're watching ABC 7 News at 4, starting with First Alert Weather.
Good afternoon, I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. We made it, it's Friday, and the cool weather made it too. Temperatures today were only in the mid to upper 60s, well below the average, which is typically right around 80 degrees for this time of year. Temperatures never managed to get into the 70s across the area. Look how clear the skies are too, just blue skies out there. Those clear skies, by the way, will allow the temperature to fall down into the 40s in places like Sarasota. Look like 48 degrees there, Lakewood Ranch 47. We're talking a very chilly start to the morning on Saturday. Right now, temperature 69 degrees, lots of sunshine, but look at that humidity, very low, 45%. It's a nice relief from what we had over the fall and the summer. North winds are still at 8, and that's the reason why we're going to get cold. The fact that the dew point temperature is into the mid to upper 40s as well. Clear skies, those winds will lessen, and we'll see those low temperatures in the 40s in Northport, Inglewood, Venice, Osprey, Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch at 47, Bradenton 49, a little bit warmer near the water. Anna Maria right at 54 degrees and 45 in Wauchula, Sebring, and in Arcadia. Well, the weather headlines read like this. Some 40s overnight, obviously. Warmer afternoon, though. We're going to see temperatures back into the mid 70s, so we'll still be slightly below average. Should be a gorgeous day on Saturday, and it looks like upper 70s expected right through Thanksgiving. We'll have more in the forecast coming up in a few. Scott, Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Now to our top story. A drag racing crash claims the life of a young Sarasota woman.
Katarina Moeller, also known as Kat, was killed during a race exhibition at a raceway in Sebring last night. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us now with more information on what exactly happened at that track. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline and Scott, this is very sad and very tragic. It has shocked the entire racing community. Kat Moeller was doing something she loved when she died. The 24-year-old was in a jet dragster at Sebring Raceway last night when there was an accident. It's an accident that would claim her life. Today, family and friends are remembering her.
She was always happy. Like I said, could always put a smile on everyone's face and was there for anyone when you needed it. Always was a helping hand, caring. Very sweet girl.
And details surrounding the crash have yet to be released. Investigators are still trying to figure out exactly what happened. Back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you. We're learning more about the man who was found on fire earlier this week in Mayaca City. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies say the victim is 35-year-old Antonio Bradley. Investigators say he'd been most recently staying in Bradenton, but also lived in Sarasota County. Deputies say a witness found Bradley on fire along MJ Road in Mayaca City late Wednesday night. Detectives are investigating the case now as a homicide. Parents on the Suncoast can breathe a sigh of relief. Manatee County Sheriff's investigators say the 11-year-old boy who claimed he was abducted by a man made the story up. The boy told investigators a man grabbed him in the front yard of his home in Bradenton yesterday and put him in a car, and then the man later let him go. Deputies say after investigating, they found the incident never happened. Jacqueline joins us now with another developing story we've been following all day, a hazmat situation.
That's right, Scott. Federal investigators are in Sarasota County for that hazmat investigation. It happened at a shipping and receiving facility near the intersection of McIntosh and Clark Roads. ABC 7's Erica Jackson is live with new information that she has learned within the last hour. Erica, what can you tell us?
Jacqueline, good evening. A suspicious package was found inside of that building, and that's what prompted the investigation. We know that one person was exposed to some sort of substance, but we recently learned within the last couple of minutes that that material was deemed not hazardous. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office was on the scene here as well, along with the Sarasota County Fire Department and federal investigators also on scene. The FBI also investigating this. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office tells us one male worker was exposed to what was initially called a hazardous material around 9 a.m. He was decontaminated as a precaution, and he's doing okay right now. Dozens of employees were evacuated from the building. Imagine School of Palmer Ranch, that's just a quarter of a mile of the road down McIntosh, was placed on a limited lockdown just to be safe. While the Sheriff's Office and Fire Department were on scene, as I just mentioned, the FBI is now leading this investigation.
We have a lot of hands on deck, a lot of first responders here just to get to the bottom of what this is all about.
Now, while we weren't able to go past the fenced area on the property, we did get some exclusive footage on that property from a worker there. They want to remain anonymous, but we'll show you that footage coming up tonight at 5:30. Reporting live in Sarasota County, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Erica, thank you. The Siesta Promenade is one step closer to becoming a reality. Benderson Development plans to develop the corner of Stickney Point Road and US 41, building shops, hundreds of condominiums, a 150-room hotel, and a restaurant. Yesterday, the Sarasota County Planning Commission approved that plan. The County Commission will now hold a public hearing about it on December 12th.
It's tedious and it will take days. Hundreds of election officials and volunteers in Florida now having to count ballots by hand. Election workers are examining more than 93,000 ballots in the U.S. Senate race. The initial review by ballot counting machines showed Republican Governor Rick Scott and Democratic Senator Bill Nelson separated by less than 13,000 votes. But the governor's race appears to be over, with Ron DeSantis having a large enough advantage over Democrat Andrew Gillum. Election officials now have until this Sunday at noon to complete the hand recount.
Everybody, thanks for coming. I just want to say something very briefly, and that is I want to thank all of my colleagues in the press who supported us this week, and I want to thank the judge for the decision he made today, and let's go back to work.
Big victory for CNN reporter Jim Acosta, a federal judge ordering the Trump administration to return his White House press credentials. His press pass was pulled last week after he got into an argument with the president during a press conference. CNN filed a lawsuit claiming the network and Acosta's First and Fifth Amendment rights had been violated. President Trump says he's now putting together rules and regulations for reporters. Today in Washington, President Trump awarded 7 people the Presidential Medal of Freedom. This is the highest honor American can give to a civilian. The recipients, retiring Senator Orrin Hatch, doctor and philanthropist Miriam Adelson, and former sports stars Alan Page and Roger Staubach. Posthumous honors were granted to Elvis Presley, Babe Ruth, and Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia.
More than 40% of the nursing homes in Florida are now asking healthcare regulators for more time to meet generator requirements. Governor Rick Scott pushed for all nursing homes to have generators as a backup power source after Hurricane Irma. During that storm, more than a dozen residents died at a Broward County nursing home when they lost air conditioning. Nursing homes were initially supposed to have those generators in place by this past June, but when many could not comply, that deadline was extended to January 1st. Now many facilities want even more time. Well, red tide is not keeping people away from Englewood Beach. The annual Waterfest weekend is underway. The event showcases Englewood's water resources while also giving back to the community. The fun started last night with a pre-race party and continues tonight with a block party. 40 race boats and teams will line up on Dearborn Street in downtown Englewood from 5 to 9. That is free and open to the public. That race kicks off tomorrow at 11 a.m. and runs through Sunday. Tickets are $15 if purchased ahead of time or $20 at the gate.
Still to come on ABC 7 News at 4, the grim situation in California, what rescue crews are doing to try to find more survivors amidst the piles of burned rubble. Plus, gridlock and cancellations, how a nor'easter impacted travel plans of millions.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Kettle's got it. Kettle's got it. It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Kettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Happy Honda Days are here, and you're gonna like the holiday clearance savings. Save on the Accord, on sale for just $249 a month. That's the North American car of the year for less than the competition. Our most impressive Honda ever, on clearance for only $249 a month, loaded with more options, including a turbocharged engine and Honda Sensing. Do not miss these Honda clearance savings this week at your local Honda dealer.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
The death toll in those massive wildfires burning in California is rising and now stands at 63. The number of people missing in the north has dramatically jumped to 631. Natasha Chen shows us where the firefight and rescue operation currently stands.
This is a dynamic list, right? Some days there might be more people, some days there might be less people.
Hope is fading for families with people reported missing in the chaos of the Camp Fire. Officials in Northern California have now added hundreds of names to the list, from 130 on Wednesday to more than 600.
Ultimately, when we're through this process, my sincere hope is that we have accounted for everybody.
So far, 63 people have died, and that number is expected to rise. Rescuers, troops, and cadaver dogs are still looking for remains in piles of ash and smoldering rubble. Meanwhile, thousands of survivors are now homeless, with some living in shelters and tent cities.
What do you miss most?
Just being in a bed. The Camp Fire has destroyed nearly 10,000 homes, making it the most destructive wildfire in the state's history, and it's still raging out of control. In Southern California, at least 2 more people have died in a separate fire. The Woolsey Fire has charred more than 98,000 acres and destroyed more than 500 structures, all while the entire state hopes for some relief and a sense of normalcy.
My 3-year-old son keeps asking, why can't we just go home? And I don't know what to tell him.
In Westlake Village, California, Natasha Chen.
Now to a developing story. A U.S. Marshals Task Force and Florida authorities arresting an Oklahoma teenager for murder. The Marshals arrested the 14-year-old boy at a motel in Lakeland. They say he's wanted on a first-degree murder charge out of Tulsa. He's now in the Polk County Jail, awaiting extradition back to Oklahoma. A messy ending to a police chase in Southern California. Police started chasing a man who they say was driving a stolen truck. When he wouldn't stop, they used a pit maneuver where they tried to spin out the vehicle. And as you can see, it did work. The driver lost control of the truck, hit the median, and then flipped the truck onto its side on the other side of the road. A refrigerator, a recliner, and other debris spilled onto the street. The man then jumped from the trunk and ran, but officers were able to tackle him in a nearby parking lot. Well, hard to believe, but high school football season is close to wrapping up. We're now in the second week of the postseason, and we have 2 local matchups taking place tonight here on the Suncoast. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo joins us now with a preview. Dwayne?
Well, Scott, it did go by pretty quick, and now we have local teams playing each other in the playoffs. It's something you don't see too often, so these games will be pretty special. Our first game is in Class 7, the Venice Indians hosting the Braden River Pirates. At this point, it's the best rivalry we have on the Suncoast, Scott, I tell you. The Indians have won 5 straight over the Pirates, beating them 24-21 this season. Venice's quarterback Hayden Wolf and running back Brandon Gregory carrying the load for the Indians. And remember, the Pirates will be without their star player, Knowledge McDaniel. He was barred from postseason play due to his FHSAA suspension, so it will be an uphill battle for Braden River. The winner of this game will move on to play the winner of Palmetto and the Bloomingdale game, so there's a potential to have another local matchup. Our Class 8 matchup features the Manatee Hurricanes at Riverview. The Hurricanes are riding high with an upset win over Osceola last week. They lost to the Rams earlier this season. Keon Fordham, obviously a huge part of the Hurricanes offense. We hear his name called on Football Friday night every week. Riverview will deliver a huge dose of running back Ali Boyce and receiver Malachi Weidman. The Rams defense also comes up pretty big in most of these games. The winner of this game will face the winner of the Vero Beach Dr. Phillips matchup. 2 squads Riverview has seen in the past. And we also need to mention that Coach Todd Cronetti and the St. Stephen's Falcons will play in the Sunshine State Athletic Conference Championship game. They're looking for their 3rd straight championship in as many years. The game is at 7 p.m. tomorrow at the Masters Academy in Oviedo. Good luck to the Falcons tomorrow. Be sure to tune in at 11 for highlights of tonight's big games. Bob?
Football Friday night is looking good. I tell you what, Chief. We are looking at basically high waves and high surf across parts of the Suncoast today, and that rip current advisory has lessened now. And sunshine out there, we noticed not a lot of people out here because of that north wind trying to stay a little bit on the warmer side, being blocked by some of that brush that you see right there. And it looks like things are going to be pretty cold to start the morning off tomorrow. We have some snow up in the northeast right now. That major winter storm is winding down. Still some lake effect snows, though, occurring near Buffalo, stretching up again into upstate New York, Montreal, Ottawa getting some snow, Quebec, and now starting to exit off the coast of Maine as that storm is starting to wrap up. For us, it's just high pressure dominating the weather right now, and it is cool across the area. Temperatures are very, very much below average, and it will stay that way tomorrow morning, but we should get back into the mid-70s at least by tomorrow afternoon, so it'll be nice. Winds out of the north and northeast overnight, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour. So we will have a little bit of a wind chill factor tomorrow morning, so keep that in mind if you have early outdoor activities planned. And then by the afternoon, we start to get more of an easterly component, and that will warm us up into the mid-70s. Today, it's been all out of the north, and that straight north wind did not allow that temperature to warm up all that much. As far as the wind flow goes throughout Sunday, too, it will be out of the east-northeast by the afternoon, which we'll see highs back into the upper 80s, it looks like, by Sunday afternoon. So we'll get back close to seasonal averages by Sunday afternoon. Well, here's a look at current temps, all in the 60s with the exception of Miami and into Key West right now. 65 in Orlando and at 68 in Arcadia. Same in Northport, Inglewood, temperatures in the upper 60s to mid 60s along the coast there from Venice at 68, 65 in Cortez. And look at the water temperatures. It's cooled down 4 degrees just in the last 24 hours, and it will go down too into the low 70s to mid 70s, or at least around 74, 72 degrees by tomorrow midday. Well, the forecast tonight, if you're going out for dinner, grab a jacket and a sweater. You're going to need it. By 9 o'clock, it's down to 56, 54 at 11 o'clock, and it will be still on the breezy side, so it'll make it feel a little bit colder. You can see those clouds moving due south. That's that north wind right now. Some high clouds streaming off to the east with a westerly wind in the upper levels of the atmosphere, but really nothing's going to be changing for a while. We have another weak cold front headed our way. That front will just move down and really dissipate by Monday and Tuesday. Sunshine and plenty of it, and it should be really a nice afternoon with low humidity around and generally fair skies. We'll see that another winter storm, or at least a little bit of a clipper system moving off in the northeast, causing some problems over parts of Maine all the way down into West Virginia. For us, we'll keep an eye on this system. Thanksgiving looks good. This will move in, it looks like, on Black Friday. Folks waiting for some of the stores to open up on Friday morning could have an issue there as a result of that. A morning, a little bit breezy for boaters. It'll calm down in the afternoon. A light chop on the bays and inland waters. And the extended forecast does call for mid-70s for highs on Saturday after a chilly start. And then we'll stay nice all the way through Thanksgiving. Well, be sure to download our ABC7 First Alert weather app. There it is, available at your app store for free. you don't have to worry about buying that for the holidays. Just let people know about it, and they can have that with them throughout the upcoming winter season, Scott.
Well, Bob, we got a little bit of a chill in the air. The East Coast hit by several inches of snow and treacherous conditions with that nor'easter.
Yeah, the sudden nor'easter is affecting states from the Carolinas all the way to New England. The storm took down trees and paralyzed the New York area with its biggest November snow day since the 1800s. Several Northeast states are still under weather advisories from this nor'easter, the first of many.
Well, if you have plans to head up north anytime soon, check your travel plans. All that snow and wintry weather created a nightmare for travelers. Icy roads led to long lines and delays. Some planes actually had a hard time taking off and landing during the worst of it. But there were at least 2,200 flights had to be canceled, nearly 8,000 delayed because of that wintry weather. Now, this video from Central Texas has a lot of people talking today.
Yeah, the fireball lit up the night sky over Texas last night, and some people were able to get some video of it. The fireball was seen from Austin to Houston. The American Meteor Society says it has received around 100 reports of the fireball sightings. The sightings came during the annual Leonid meteor shower, which experts say will still peak on Sunday. It should be clear skies here.
That was quite a sight there.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Bello and his big hair are back. The popular performer from Sarasota wowing crowds this weekend in Tampa. We'll show you the dangerous way he kicked off the circus show next.
I'm Linda Carson from Suncoast View. Coming up Monday morning live at 9, how to keep your kitchen helpers grinding away during Thanksgiving dinner preps. Tips to keep your disposal spinning during the holiday overload. Where to find pet-friendly hotels and restaurants. Help to prepare Latino students for college. And Madison's is in the kitchen. That's all coming up Monday morning live at 9.
Rugs as Art. You know the name. You know the building. But do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore. But there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
Know your land, know your prey. What are we doing?
Saturdays at 5:30 and Sundays at 2 on the ABC 7 live stream.
Women have shed their blood in defense of America since the dawn of the Republic.
These were the women who first saw poison gas.
Their sacrifices are profound.
Women are in combat.
And their noble accomplishments largely ignored.
The giant fireball landed in my lap and I was hit by an RPG.
Unsung Heroes, the story of America's female patriots.
Gender has nothing to do with it. If you can do it, do it.
An inspiring saga of perseverance and triumph.
Sunday at 10 on ABC 7.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Dear parents, it's time for a pop quiz. What's the best kind of play for kids? Play that makes us think? Or helps us pretend? Or teaches us rules? Or to be creative? Actually, every kind of play is important because different kinds of play give us different kinds of skills. Help us mix up the ways we play. Okay, class dismissed. Now go play.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Some high-flying fun in Tampa today. A performer with the Super American Circus shot out of a cannon over the spinning blades of a helicopter at the Tampa Fairgrounds. Sarasota amazing Bello Knock is leading this show. Bello will be joined by other acts, including motorcycle daredevils and gravity-defying trapeze artists. All the proceeds from the show will go to benefit Flight to the North Pole, which helps terminally ill children and their families. Tickets are on sale now for shows this Saturday and Sunday, with 3 shows planned for each day. 2 rare twin manatees are now back in their home in the Florida Keys with satellite tracking transmitters strapped to their bodies. Millennium and Falcon returned to the water yesterday. They were found back in October of 2016 after their mother was killed by a boat strike. They each weighed about 100 pounds at the time when staff from the Dolphin Research Center in the Keys rescued them. They've been going through rehabilitation ever since and are now full grown. Experts say the twin manatees make up less than 4% of all manatee births. Jacqueline's now in the newsroom for a look at some of the stories we're working on for you tonight.
Scott, coming up at 5, lots of unanswered questions surrounding a deadly accident on the Suncoast. Friends of a motorcyclist who was killed in a hit-and-run crash in Venice last Friday are hoping for some closure, where that search stands for the driver responsible. And at 6, limiting pollution into our waterways. Some local officials are looking at how to best monitor our creeks, rivers, and the waterways that release stormwater into the Gulf. And at 7, the drawn-out midterm elections, a recap of the winners and losers and how that recount will affect the races. Let's send it back to Bob for a final look at our 4 o'clock forecast. Bob?
Thanks, Jacqueline. And we're looking for a beach walk tonight. Well, if you are, grab your jackets and sweaters. Temperatures are going to be falling, especially as that sun sets. Temperatures didn't warm much today, upper 60s highs. Sunset will be at 5:38, and we're looking for a very chilly start to the morning tomorrow, with low temperatures dropping down into the 40s in places. Current conditions, we have lots of sunshine out there at 69 degrees and north winds at 8. The dew point is what's so low at 47. And as far as low temperatures go, we'll see some upper 40s. And Northport right at 47, 47 in Lakewood Ranch, and 49 in Bradenton. Scott?
Thank you, Bob. Thank you for joining us for ABC 7 News at 4. We hope to see you back here again in about 30 minutes.
Xfinity XFi, a more powerful way to stay connected. It gives you super fast speeds for all your devices, enhanced coverage, and lets you control your network with the XFi app. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. Xfinity XFi. Simple, easy, awesome.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for just $29.99 a month for 12 months. Plus, ask about XFi Pods for even more coverage. Click, call, or visit a store today.
Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with a family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert weather app now.